Just Being Me podcast. Your girls, Margot and Mary. Success Law 107. Put your butt on the line. If there is something you want to be, have to do in this life, there is only one sure way to find out if you can do it. Put your butt on the line. All the things you want to have, places you want to go, things you want to experience are eagerly awaiting you. It's up to you to go for it. Put your butt on the line. Say what you need to say. Do what you need to do. Ask for what you want exactly the way you want it. Don't take no for an answer. Put your butt on the line. All you get is what you give. So give it your all. Give it all you got. But put your butt on the line. If you're satisfied but still hungry for something out there, somewhere, go for it. Put your butt on the line for what you believe in. Put your butt on the line for what you stand for. Put your butt on the line just to prove to yourself you can do it. Think of it this way. The worst thing that can happen is that you will end up right where you started with your butt on the line. Faith will save my butt when it's on the line. Yeah. Hey y'all, it's your girl, comedian Margot Evans. I am in the studio today by my lonesome Mary. So as you guys know, last week I was in the Bay Area for work reasons. And so this week Mary is in Las Vegas for work purposes and she's on her way back. So I was trying to wait for her, but excuse me, if she's on the road, she's on the road. So I just jumped on so that, I can get it started or whatever. Because I'm tired, okay? So I'm putting my candy back in my mouth. So if you hear me smacking, that's what it is. So I'm here alone again. It's okay. I'm glad that I'm at home alone and not laying up in a hotel room because that was for the birds. So I just want to say thank you guys. Welcome to episode 67 of the Just Being Me podcast. Thank you as always for tuning in to last week. It was a bonus. It was Bay Area Blues. So listen to that because it was like a lot going on in the Bay Area for me. I don't even want to rehash it. Listen to it. So thank you for those people did tune in to last week's bonus. So continue to listen to us. We appreciate you. We love your support. Let your friends know about our podcast, where they can find us: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Castbox, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, Deezer, and Podcast Addicts. So let's see here. Let me see. So we'll just do the weekend review. Of course, I have to play my music. What you do this weekend? Okay, so like I said last week, I was in the Bay Area for work. I was in Oakland, San Francisco, and San Jose all week. So this past weekend, I relaxed. I just wanted to relax. I was happy to be home. I was living out of a hotel room all week and ordering food, and I got tired of eating out. Like, it was so like, I mean, you would think, ooh, I can eat whatever I want, but I mean, not literally, but you can, if you are at home, you end up cooking for the most part. But I was like, oh, I can order whatever I want. It was cool for the first day, but the next days I was like, ugh, I just don't want to do it. I wish I knew somebody that lived out here in Oakland. Do I have any listeners out there in Oakland, San Francisco, or San Jose? Huh? Let me know. Hit me up at justbeingme@gmail.com. And then next time when I'm out there, I may be able to come and you can cook for me. Because I'll be on the road. No, but I was happy to be home. I really was happy. I survived. And then this past week just has been super busy because I've been trying to catch up from being out of town for a whole week. I have other businesses to take care of, and they were neglected for the most part all last week because I was super busy in the Bay Area. So I just caught up with everything that I needed to do. I've been concentrating on what I need to do and starting to plan stuff that I need to do, like writing it down and making sure I get some stuff done. Cause like it said in like I just read. Oh, and where did I read that from? I don't even say it no more because you guys should know where I read it from. But I read it from the Acts of Faith Daily Meditation for People of Color by Iyanla Vanzant. So it's called Acts of Faith, and it's a book of meditations, daily meditations. And this is that one that I just read, Success Law 107, Put Your Butt on the Line, was for October 1st. It is October 1st, y'all. It is October 1. I cannot believe it. And for the month of October, Iyanla has coined October as a money and abundance for the month of October. So putting your butt on the line, and that's kind of where I am right now in my life. I am putting my butt on the line. I am going to put my I'm not going to say I'm going to, because that means that I'm not going to do it. I am putting my butt on the line. There are a lot of things that over this quarantine that I have been writing down and I have been contemplating on. I've been procrastinating about things that I want to do. I just really need to pull the freaking trigger and put my butt on the line and do what I do and just do it. You know, you don't know what's going to happen until you do something. The best can happen, the worst can happen, or nothing can happen. It ain't happening right now, so it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? So I need to just, really do what I got to do. So that actually spoke to me, Iyanla. I needed to hear that right now. I don't read these until it's time for me to read them, and that one hit me. So thank you. So that's it for my weekend. I went to the farmer's market over here. I love farmer's markets because it has fresh fruits and vegetables and fresh flowers and food and all other kind of stuff, and I just like it. I like the experience of just seeing people. It's different now with the social distancing. They have like you if you've ever been to a farmer's market, you could just walk up and touch the vegetables and fruits and pick your stuff, but they don't do that now in Corona times. They don't do that anymore. You have to stand like way back in the line, and then they call you up and then they ask you what do you want, and they pick your fruit and vegetable or whatever for you. I like to touch my fruits and vegetables. I like to feel them myself, but we can't do that in Corona times. So but it's nice. It's nice to get out. It's nice to be amongst other people. Everybody masked up, which is great. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. So all right, so we're gonna go right on into it. We just gonna go into Let's Talk About It. I don't have a little tuning for that yet. Just been busy, ain't been able to do all that. But let's talk about it, y'all. So I'm just going to address the elephant in the room, or the clown that was in the room. The debate. The freaking debate. Like, I can't. I really can't. So they had the debates this Tuesday in Ohio, Cleveland. Don't get me to quoting the wrong shit. Okay. They had the debate. So y'all's president, I call him now, #Orange Crush, and Joe Biden had the debate, the presidential debate, and I'm not a political person, and I don't really watch all of that, back and forth and everything, but since okay, let me back up. I'm the type of person that I will watch the Super Bowl, I will watch the final game in like basketball, and I'll watch like the final things and stuff. I can't watch the leading up to. It's just too much for my brain. So this is like the Super Bowl or the finals. These are the finals. So I said, let me go ahead and tune in. I already know who I'm voting for, who is Joe Biden. I mean, I'm not going to vote for Trump. So if I have two individuals that I need to vote for. I'm going to vote for Biden. Even if he didn't have Kamala Harris as a running mate for vice president, I would still vote for him. But that just sweetens the pot. That is a black woman that is nominated for the vice president. So, I just wanted to, my whole purpose of listening to the debate was to learn more about Joe Biden, because I don't know him. I know he was a vice president, but, I hear people talk shit and say different things about him. Well, okay, cool. Let me form my own opinion. And as we all know, that was a freaking shit show. It was ridiculous. And I felt for the moderator, Chris. I don't know his last name, but I know his name is Chris. I felt for the moderator because he is the moderator. He is the referee. He is the one that is supposed to say, ask the question, you get your 2 minutes, you get your 2 minutes, and then you get a minute to rebut, and you get a minute to rebut, and then we move the freak on. And he wasn't allowed to do that because the president is a big fat baby. He's a child, and he has to get the last word. Well, he said something, so I have to. It's just like, it was so unbelievable. I did get something out of it. I did get a chance to learn more about Biden. Okay. I'm not faulting him because he called the president, hashtag Orange Crush, a clown. I'm not mad that he told him to shut up, because it's irritating when you're trying to speak, especially in a forum like that. This is a presidential debate. So you would think that these two individuals will have tact and quorum about themselves. They would be respectful of one another. Now, we know debates get heated. And if the debate is getting heated because of the issue that they're speaking about, that's different. We're going back and forth on something because we want the people to understand, my side, and you understand your side, and whatever. But that wasn't what was going on. This dude just continuously interrupted Biden, tossed out just weird, dumb shit about his son. Then that gave me more respect. It gave me more respect for Biden when he did talk about his son, and Biden was just like, look, shit. My son got issues, just like people in the freaking world. He has a drug problem, but he's dealing with it and and whatever. What about your kids? Hashtag Orange Crush. What about your kids? Your kids aren't the greatest, okay? What's up with Barron? And I'm not saying nothing about Barron, because Barron is holding the secrets, okay? Barron is gonna write a book. Barron is going to write a book when he get old enough about all of this crazy mess that he has witnessed. So I ain't talking about Barron, but how dare you in this form say something about his son? Like, what are you talking about? Look at your son. But see, he didn't even come back at him like that. He didn't come back with, look at the fuck at your son and your kids and your this and that, but whatever. He didn't even come at him like that. You know why? Because it ain't a freaking reality show. This hashtag Orange Crush is a reality show person. He wants to do all of this grandstanding and all this extra stuff. That's what he thrives on. Nothing that came out of his mouth made sense to me. It did not make any sense. I mean, I always do this with Orange Crush. I listen to him. I try to give him the opportunity to say what he has to say. And then I'm like, okay, let me see what it is. Because, people like Orange Crush. People love Orange Crush. People worship Orange Crush. They like, oh, he's the greatest since sliced bread and this and that and whatever. And I'm like, okay, let me listen. Nothing that comes out, he has no facts. He just talks about anything. His response are without substance. I can't even describe it. Is this without substance? We're asking you a question about A, and you talk about everything else other than what we're asking you to talk about. So, let's see. So I watched that. I watched the debates. I'm of course gonna go with Biden and Kamala Harris. Then to hear about the taxes. Okay, so Trump only paid $750, whatever they said. They asked him for his taxes, and he said that he didn't. He paid millions of dollars back in taxes. He paid $1 million, but he doesn't want to show his taxes, and he says that we can see him, but we can't see him. What made me frustrated was because I pay taxes. I have to pay taxes back, and my shit is not $750. That's what's for sure. That $750 in taxes, I wish I can pay $750 back in taxes. Real talk. So if a millionaire is only paying $750 in taxes back, I'm like, nah, I'm real good. I'm good. So, I don't know. Hold on one second, y'all. Okay, y'all, so I am back. So yeah, so that was the debate, and, wow. Let's see. So, lost train of thought. So that was that. That was the debate. So then actress LisaRaye and her sister, the Brat, were feuding on, live on Fox Soul. So the LisaRaye's birthday was, I guess, this past week, and, they did like a surprise party for her. It was called the Cocktails with the Queens. It was with Claudia Jordan, Vivica Fox, Selena Johnson, and LisaRaye. So they were, wishing her happy birthday. It was like a Zoom situation, and they was wishing her happy birthday and all this other stuff. And they said, "Oh, we have a surprise guest for you." And then the Brat had popped up, and so LisaRaye had started like. You thought she was crying and like, "Oh, I'm so surprised that you're here. This, and whatever." And it was like, nah, she was crying and very upset because she hasn't spoken to the Brat since the Brat has her new girlfriend, and she said that she's seen all of this stuff play out on social media and everything. So she was very upset because the Brat hadn't contacted her. She hasn't spoken to her. She hasn't called her. And when she has called, according to LisaRaye, she's, not answered and whatever. So it was really sad to see, the Brat and Lisa, on there like sad. But, LisaRaye is straight up. LisaRaye will tell you what it is and tell you how it is and how she feel, and that's it. And, the Brat, she was, trying to, I love the Brat. Don't get me wrong. I love the Brat. But she was trying not to, talk about the elephant in the room on the TV. Like, if, we gonna talk, we can talk later. And like the ladies were saying to LisaRaye after the fact, it's like maybe that she thought this was the opportunity for her to have a conversation with you, and that you wouldn't blow up or whatever, and because other people are around and we're being watched. And LisaRaye was like, well, then you don't know me, because I'm going to say what I have to say no matter who's around, and she knows that, and anybody that know me know that. So that's what it is. So I don't blame her. I mean, I have a sister, and if she was going through some things or whatever, good things in her life. That's what LisaRaye was upset about, that there were good things going on in the Brat's life, things that they actually talk about. And I'm sure it was about, her being with women or whatever, that the Brat never really talked about. But now that she's talked to LisaRaye about it, and now that she's rejoicing and living her truth and living her life or whatever, LisaRaye wasn't privy to it. LisaRaye didn't know any of this until we all heard about it, and she felt like, what the heck? So I feel her. As a big sister, I feel her. I want to know. But I feel the Brat too, because LisaRaye is a strong-minded person, and maybe she didn't think that, she would take, I don't know, but I just hope that they get their stuff back together. I really do. So Nicki Minaj had her baby today. She did not say the sex. She didn't say the name. I just don't get all of that. Like, so what? I mean, congratulations that you had the baby, Nicki Minaj. But all that secretive of, I'm not going to tell you what the baby's name is, and I'm not going to tell you who it is, like what sex it is or whatever. It's like, We don't find out anyway. So, I mean, what's the suspense for? Why? I mean, I don't get it. I don't have kids. Maybe I'll understand. So, congratulations, Nikki, on your baby. Kevin Hart and his wife, Aniko, also had a baby girl, I think yesterday, or the 29th. They had it on the 29th. And they named her, and I'm going to chop this name up. I think it says Kaori. Kaori is Kaori, my heart. Kaori, my heart. I think that's really cute. And then in sad news, I woke up this morning with the news on, and they were saying that Chrissy Teigen and John Legend lost their newborn son to a miscarriage this week. So prayers are out to you guys on that. Yeah, that's really sad. People are having babies. People are, I'm not going to say that. But, it is what it is. And prayers go out to Chrissy and John Legend. Let me see. Dr. Dre. So let me see if I can find it. So Dr. Dre, he ended up winning, actually. Here it is. So he's still going through divorce with his wife, Nicole Young. But they had a judge rule that he does not have to pay the 1.5 million for various expenses. So Dre had a good day. Today was a good day for Dre. So she wanted him to pay for the attorney, her security, some other things, and they said no. And he's willing to pay for some things, but the some of the stuff he's not on the hook for. So good for you. I don't know, like I said, I don't know what the situation is. She's claiming or she said in rejecting Nicole's argument, the judge noted that serious domestic violence custody case he has to deal with is not of the same universe. Okay, so I don't know what that means. Anyway, so that's good for him. It is what it is. He has billions and millions of dollars, and I'm sure that he's going to make sure that she's taken care of. But stuff that she asked him for went to court, and they said, hell to the no, you ain't about to get that. So, not happening. Cool. So that's all I got on Let's Talk About It. My big thing was the debate. So while I wait for the next debate to come out, and the thing is with voting, people already know who they gonna vote for. I can't try to make anybody vote my way, and I don't expect anybody to try to make me vote their way. All people need to do is vote. If you like Orange Crush, then you vote for Orange Crush, and he will be in office, and he will be the president. He will be your president. I like Biden. I'm going with Biden. And if he wins, then he will be the president. And, it is what it is. The whole thing is that we have to get out and vote. That is the whole thing. No matter who you want to vote for, no matter who you want to see in office, it doesn't matter. If you don't go out and vote, then that probably won't happen. So just make sure you go out there and vote. I know that they're having issues. Well, Orange Crush is having issues with the mail-in votes. But this was my question was, okay, he said that he doesn't like the mail-in vote. And if Biden wins, then it's not going to be it wasn't fair, or it's not fair. But what if he wins and we did mail-in votes? Then it's fair? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. It is what it is. This is what the world is. We have to do mail-in votes. They have polls. You can walk your stuff into the poll. We have different ways that we have to do things. This is a new situation in 2020. So just get out there and vote. So that's all I'm going to say about that. So in my reality news. Okay, so y'all know this is my thing. This reality shows is my jam. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the Real Housewives of Potomac. All right, so I already told y'all that Monique and Candace don't like each other for whatever reason. I know the reason, but I'm not about to get into all of that. So this has all been leading up to this big fight. So this past Sunday, the fight was on. It was ding, ding, ding. They was ready to fight. So it went off the week before with them at like a winery. They were supposedly celebrating. What's her name? Oh my gosh. Hold on, y'all. Celebrating one of the girls. It really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. I can't think of her name. Giselle. Okay. She was celebrating Giselle's literary award that she won. She wrote a book about her husband, and she's now back with her husband, her ex-husband. Now she's back with her husband. Anyway, so that's what they were supposed to be doing. So they having wine, they talking, whatever. Monique was already there. Then Candace had came in. She really didn't talk to Monique. She's like, I ain't really fucking with you. So they ended up, Ashley was the last one that came in. And so she started talking about her situation with her husband and all that, whatever. And so after Ashley talked about it and she cleared up some of the stuff about her husband and her and whatever, she asked the ladies, Monique and Candace, oh, so what's going on with y'all? Y'all talking? Because, let me just rewind a little bit, because they were at Monique's lake house, and her and Candace had got into it, and I was on Candace's side. I don't really rock with Candace, but I was on Candace's side because Monique kept like digging for shit that wasn't even need to be talked about. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that just keep picking for shit for no reason, you know. So Candace walked away at that time. She's like, you know what? I'm not even going to be involved in that. So she went ahead and walked away. So now they're here at this winery. So now they're talking. She's like, I don't know, you know what? I ain't talking to her. I'll be cordial. They're going back and forth or whatever. So Candace just started talking a lot of shit. Candace talks a lot of shit. Like, she talks a lot of shit. She's just like her mom. Her mom is sometimes on the show, and her mom do not get along because her mom talks a lot of shit, and she doesn't like the way her mom talks to her. She doesn't like the way her mom treats her. But Candace treats people the same way that her mom treats her, and she doesn't see that she's one of the same of her mom. So the little shit that she be saying to Monique in this, you know, in this scenario, they having conversation, whatever, and Candace is digging and whatever, and so Monique is coming back like, okay, so what's up? Pretty much, what's up? So Candace started to flip Monique started to flip Candace's hair. As she said, so what? So rewind all the way back to last season when Monique was pregnant. They had gotten into an argument, and so Monique said that you better be lucky that I'm pregnant because I would drag your ass. And she said, oh, you gonna drag me? You gonna drag me? So she ended up saying that shit again. She said, oh, so this Candace, oh, so what you gonna do? Drag me? After Candace had talked a whole bunch of little shit. Just dig. You know what? Monique grabbed Candace's weave and got a good ass grip and just bopped her head a couple of times. And then Candace ended up, you know, to try to get her to get off because she had a glass in her hand. Candace had a glass in her hand. So as she was getting bop, and then she, you know, realized she had that glass, so she threw it and it hit Monique in the lip, made her lip bleed. But Monique got her licks in. Monique is from the hood. She straight up said, I'm from the hood. And you can't, this is my thing right here. Because now Candace is going around being a victim. She is a victim. She is a victim because she got her ass beat. But this is what you can't do, Candace and people like Candace. You cannot sit there and antagonize and talk shit to people and keep doing it and not expect one day you gonna meet that person that ain't gonna be able to take all that all that talking. They're gonna snap. They're going to black the fuck out, and they're going to bop your ass. And that's exactly what this happened. I'm not condoning violence. I am not condoning violence. I think Monique was very wrong for doing this. Monique should have walked the fuck away from this situation. But When you have somebody that's continuously like just digging, like digging in a sore that you have, and you just digging, your reaction may be, some people's reactions may be to black the fuck out and bop your ass a couple of times. And that's what happened. So now Monique is walking, not Monique, now Candace is, I seen her on Wendy Williams show, and she was like, oh yeah, because black women, this is another one of my pet peeves. Okay, don't be the one that's talking all this shit and you cause a whole lot of shit, but when you get bopped up, it's like black women should not be seen on TV doing this and doing that. Black women, and violence. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Because if that's the way you really felt, the way that you act on that show, black woman, then you wouldn't act the way, you wouldn't do the things that you do. You wouldn't do those things. So now that you done got fucked up, you can't sit there and now just try to like do this black woman talk. Like everything is like, oh, and just this racism and this and that, and I'm afraid, and I didn't press charges, or I did press charges, whatever. You doing all this big talk. Big talk if you just want to shut the fuck up and just continue to ignore Monique, be cordial, but all that extra chitter and chatter got you bopped up. That's you gotta be careful. And like I said, I don't condone it. I'm not condoning violence, but there are people who cannot allow shit to just go away, especially if you keep picking. One day, you're going to pick on the wrong day. You're going to pick the wrong motherfucking day. And people are human, and they will get pissed the fuck off, and you're going to get what you got. All of that. So, Real Housewives of Atlanta. So, Nene versus Wendy Williams. So, on the Shade Room. Oh, no. Let me back up. So, Nene versus Wendy Williams. Okay, so Wendy Williams was on Andy Cohen's Watch What Happens Live after the Potomac. After Potomac. So, of course, Andy stirring the pot. He was talking about Nene and said, is that your friend? This and whatever. She's like, yeah, we friends, we cool, whatever. He said, but she said, I don't really understand, what else Nene can do. She said, I know that there's probably going to be something that she's going to be doing, but I don't want to see a show with Nene and Greg, or Nene and her grandkids, or Nene and Nene. She said, she was just saying that wouldn't be interesting. I agree. I don't want to see a show with Nene and Greg. I don't want to see Nene and her kids. I want to see Nene and her grandkids. I don't want to see Nene and Nene. Like, I don't. She doesn't interest me like that. She interests a lot of people. Like, a lot of people like the, here we go with another nitpicker, another, like, just want to talk a lot of shit type of person. But that person by yourself is just not entertaining. It's annoying, actually. Especially when you're in your 50s. I think she's in her 50s. It's just like annoying. It's like somebody's grandmother, which she is, just sitting here talking shit, for whatever reason. And people like it. I'm not knocking her hustle. That's what you want to do. You want to be known as a shit talker and a shader and all this other stuff at 50 something. Then go ahead, do that. And there's a platform for you somewhere to do all of that, but not on Bravo. It's not gonna be on Bravo. You're gonna be on one of these other internet situations, which, those are some good situations that's happening. People are making money on them, so I'm not knocking that either. But I'm just tired of Nene. I've been tired of Nene. I was a Nene fan when she first started the Housewives, but now I'm just like, ugh. It's just to see older. I'm older. I'm 48. So, I wouldn't want to be around. I wouldn't want to have a friend like that. It's all negative. So after the Watch What Happens Live, so Nene gets on her social media, on her YouTube page, and you know, she talks shit about Andy, and she talked more shit about, you know, she really wanted to be back on the show, but they didn't match the money that she wanted them to do, and some other shit or whatever, and then she ended up ending the show or whatever it is, we're talking about Wendy Williams, talking about, oh, she need to go deflate. She's a cokehead. She called her a cokehead. She said that she needs to go deflate her legs. I'm like, you talking like a motherfucking 10-year-old in elementary school. Like, you are 100. Like, stop. Like, that's the shit right there. That is the shit right there that made me not like Nene. You don't say shit like that. Just because she said that you wasn't interesting in anything that you would want to do as far as like Nene and Greg or Nene Greg. It's true. That's a true statement. It's a true statement. I feel it's a true statement. But even if it wasn't, that wasn't a big dig. Like, that wasn't something where now you have to call her a cokehead and go get her legs deflated. Like, that's that elementary bullshit. That's the shit that get your ass popped up. I'm just saying. It just annoys the heck out of me. That annoyed me. So, I mean, I'm on her social media right now. And it won't even matter that I'm going to unfollow her because she has a lot of followers. And there's a lot of people who love Nene. And that's great. I am a Wendy Williams fan. And she is back. Wendy Williams is back. I'm glad to see her back. But now they have rumors of DJ Booth is suing her for sexual harassment. They were saying that she was, and when I say they, them, whoever, you know, it's being said that she was drunk and that she got a little too touchy-feely and this, that, and whatever. I don't know. I just want to hear what happened. Now, as I've been watching the Wendy Williams show, as of this past 2 weeks, she does seem very lethargic at times. And then, like, yesterday, she was really good. The day before that, she was kind of off. So I'm just going to pray for Wendy and, you know, whatever it is, it may be some medication that she's taking, or I don't know. But Wendy is very upfront with her shit, and people be like, oh, no, she ain't saying nothing about this. She ain't saying nothing about that. If you really listen, she does. So she said that she had did cocaine back in the day. So why are you calling her a cokehead now? Like, okay, what's that? You know, that's like somebody calling me fat. And that's obvious. It's there. Huh? So let me just go back to Nene. So I did read something on the Shade Room that Nene said that she wants to help Joe Biden get his read together. If you don't sit the fuck down somewhere, I don't want my president reading nobody, okay? I don't want to see the president right now read anybody, and I don't want to see no future president reading anybody. This is not a reality show. Leave that drama and read and shade and all that fucking shit for the reality shows. I don't want my president to be reading and shading nobody, okay? So you sit the fuck down. Figure out something else that you can do. That's not it either. Helping Joe Biden get his read together is not a good look either. So go back to the drawing board. I'm sure there is something out there for you to do, but that ain't it. Sit down. Several seats, please. So Caitlyn Jenner, formerly known as Bruce Jenner, is planning to make some cameos on the next season of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills with her friend Sophia Hutchins. Caitlyn said that she can see herself as being a part of the cast, and I'm here for it. I am here for it. I like Caitlyn. I watched the Caitlyn reality show. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the transformation from Bruce to Caitlyn. It was only obvious on the Keeping Up with the Kardashians how he was changing, and nobody can tell me that they did not see that he was ponytailed up, eyebrows arched, nails done. Like, come on. Y'all seen that transformation, so y'all can't sit there and be like, oh, you know, oh, we never knew. we didn't know. We didn't know. No, you knew. And I love the Keeping Up with the Kardashians. They about to end. They season their whole seasons of episodes this is the last one. This is the last season. And I'm I'm glad for them to go. I mean, they've done a lot, and I like them all. I like that reality show. So anyway, I'm ready to see Caitlyn Jenner. I would like to see him with a diamond on the Real House of Beverly Hills, like, bam. He should do it. I think he should really. I think she should really do it. I think she should really do it. So the last one that I want to talk about. Okay, hold on, because I have to find this one, and I hope that I can find it because this is about Tamar. Tamar and her, let me see. Oh, here it is. Okay, cool. So Tamar Braxton, you guys know from the Braxton Family Values and Vanzant Tamar, and now Get Your Life, and then she had the beauty about the beauty salons or whatever, and she's also a singer. So we know that her ex-husband is Vincent Herbert, excuse me. But she has been dating this guy called named David Adefaso. And so I've been watching Get Your Life the past 3 episodes, and I now understand why Tamar didn't want this reality show to come out, because it really, really showed David in a very bad light. David was introduced to us reality show watchers on the Braxton Family Values, like the last season of it. Tamar was dating David, and I thought he was a really cool guy for her. I really, really did. But after watching the Tamar Get Your Life, and just the way that he acts, he was very upset on one episode because Vince had came inside of the house. He had brought Logan back, and he had came inside of the house, and he was like, well, why is he in my house? He dropped off his son. They have a whole house full of people. So what is your problem? Like, what really is your problem? And then Tamar has this, on the show, she has this dream therapist that analyzes her dreams or whatever. And so David, I believe, is from Africa, and he's saying that it's voodoo, that the lady is a witch, and all of this other stuff, and he's causing all of this conflict, and Tamar is just breaking every moment based off of him. But excuse me, it was reported, and this was actually in September. I didn't even notice this, but this was in September, where Vince had a conversation with him via text. And this is what he said. He said, we are not friends. This is Vince text. We are not friends, and we will never be after hearing how you treated Tamar on Sunday. My conversation with you was respectful and honest, and you never mentioned what you said to her. How you threatened her, then called the police on her as if it wasn't you on the tape that I heard threatening to kill Logan's mother. And then he went on to say, after I make sure Tamar and Logan's belongings are cleared out of your home, there is no need to contact you, nor for you to never contact Logan. I trust that you will have her watch that in your, I guess it's a watch in a car, various boxes in Logan's room, and everything else packed neatly so we can have this done privately and quickly. So it went on to report that as they previously reported, Tamar alleged that David attempted to kill her after a heated altercation led him to say that they were going to end up in a murder-suicide. So baby daddy Vincent Herbert came to his baby mama's rescue and is taking care of, I guess, allegedly, of his ex-wife and their son. And this show, and I, of course, will continue to watch the train wreck. But I'm just going to pray for Tamar. Tamar is the youngest of the Braxtons, and she acts like the youngest of the Braxtons. And they had one thing on there where she was supposed to be she was performing in Baltimore. David went and met with Tracy's husband to try to get them together and invited them to the show. And they said, okay, yeah, we'll see if we'll come out. The husband said, I'll talk to Tracy this time, whatever. And the show came and they didn't show up. But now I see the Braxtons are about to come back. So I said that I wasn't going to watch the Braxtons anymore because of how it all ended with the way that Tamar was freaking acting. But now I kind of understand some of the reasons why she acts the way that she does. I really think she needs to find not herself, not somebody else. I think she needs to find herself first and then figure out what she needs to do, because she has that little boy Logan, a little cute boy, look just like Vincent. And she needs to just clear her head, clear her mind, and then then do what she need to do. So I will pray for Tamar. I like Tamar, even with all of her antics. She's a lot. She is a lot, but nobody deserves to be threatened or hit or anything. Just don't need to do all of that. All right, y'all. So I had a whole mouthful of reality because I had watched all the reality shows. Most of my reality shows are coming back on or are getting juicy. So I was able to share that. Plus, I don't have Mary here. We didn't have her soapbox. So I jumped on my own soapbox. So that's that. And so just to round it off, the show off, with bullshit and beauty. The bullshit is that it's already October 1st, people. It is already October 1st. This year of 2020 has flown past. It has been a whole hot mess. And we only got 2 more months to go. Well, that's the beauty, that we only have 2 more months to go. Stuff is starting to barely open back up. I heard on the news today that the nail shops and some malls and some other things are going to be opening back up, and it's flu season. So the beauty is that you need to get your flu shot. If you don't get your, and the reason why, I really don't promote, get a flu shot, you get the shit or not, you know what I'm saying, get it or not. I get a flu. I was the type of person like, I'm not getting no flu shot because that make me sick and I don't this, that, whatever. I had started getting in the past, couple of years, the past maybe 5 or 6 years, I have been getting my flu shot. I don't think I got it last year. I think I forgot. But because the coronavirus is still out there and you don't want to get the double whammy. That's my thing. I don't want to get hit with the flu and the coronavirus. I cannot. So I'm going to go either this week or probably next week, because tomorrow's Friday and I really don't feel like doing it. But I'm going to go get my flu shot so that, I won't be sick. It's fall, and then we're going to go into winter time, and it's cold, and I usually get sick. Let me knock on some wood somewhere. I usually get sick during when the seasons change. Knock on wood, I haven't gotten sick in a while when the season change. But usually when it goes from summer to fall, then I'll be sick. And then fall to winter, and then I get sick. Winter to spring, I get sick. But I haven't in a while. So I'm going to get my flu shot so that I won't be sick, hopefully. So the beauty is to get your flu shot. Get a flu shot. We have 2 more months of 2020, so make sure that you stay masked up, wash your hands, and hopefully 2021 will be our comeback year. Okay, it'll be our comeback year. You know, we thought 2020 clear vision. Oh, we did everything. Everybody wanted to live out their dreams in 2020, and yeah, that got crushed. And not by us. It got crushed by coronavirus. So, so just keep your hands washed, keep your mask on. Thank you guys so much for listening to episode 67 of the Just Being Me podcast. Thank you again, and as always, for supporting our podcast. Mary, we missed you. Mary be here next week. And that is it, y'all. So until next time, peace.